There are lots of people that would like to write books, but they don't do it. They talk about it, but getting started is so intimidating. That's where WAG really is a big help for people.
I did start the Writers Alliance along with this gentleman right here. This is Cal Rosenberg. He is no longer with us, unfortunately. We wanted to help local writers communicate with each other. It wasn't about marketing our books or selling our books. It was helping people write. And that's what we're doing.
You don't have to be established to come in. We are encouraging new people. If you're published, you're not published, you're just thinking about writing, don't be intimidated and say, oh, I'm not good enough, they won't like me, they'll laugh at me. No, we don't laugh. We've all started from someplace. We all started from the beginning. We have the beta reader program where if you are a WAG member, you can sign up and get beta readers. It's not like being an editor. Beta reading is almost finished product, but you're looking for the final impact. Does it work? Does it flow? Does it have any glitches? You can be a reader without being a WAG member, which is really cool because you get to read a free book that's not published yet.
My strength is poetry, and I don't feel as confident about my prose writing. So I send them something that I think is finished, but it goes through that workshopping process, it goes through that peer critique. Somebody finds something that maybe actually isn't really working, and I didn't realize it wasn't working, but when I hear it back from them, it clicks. And so then I can actually make a change and hopefully make the piece stronger. And the beauty of having an organization like the Writers Alliance is that you can shop around and find a pod that fits whatever type of writing you're kind of into at the moment.
The critique pods, I think, are the best thing we have going. Even if you're not a member, you can visit one to see if it would be what you're looking for. Most of us, like my pod, submits about 2,500 words every 2 weeks. They give you suggestions, feedback on your material, and I just think it's wonderful. All the people I've met here are wonderful. Everybody's so helpful.
At the last Sunshine State Book Festival, we had 17 genres represented. We've got memoir, we've got cookbooks, we've got children's books, we've got sci-fi, we've got supernatural.
We could create a pod for probably any type of writing that people were interested in, if they can find a few folks that share that interest.
The pod that I'm in meets every 2 weeks. In the off weeks, we'll send out new writings and stuff, and they can be anything from short stories to chapters. Generally talk about our overall impression. This worked for me, this didn't work for me. Here's this glaring plot hole that even though you read through it 50 times, you somehow missed, and that's always useful.
They can find us on the second Sunday of the month, usually here at the Millhopper Branch Library, for our lecture series and talks and live readings.
At least every month, programs are open to the public. Usually it's a writer discussing his or her experiences or giving advice. And that's where we get a lot of our new members, because they'll come and listen. And they may come back the next month, and eventually they say, I need to join this.
And our events are free and open to the public. It's really a nice group of people, a very supportive group of people. An alliance, you know, people coming together with a common cause. It's really lovely.
I joined probably about 6 or 7 years ago initially. And when you're sitting here with other professionals, or people striving to be professionals, you realize that for all I think I know, there's so many things I don't know yet. And so that's neat.
The blog has been going for quite some time. The blog is basically focused on writing personal stories about how I view the royal we learn to write. There is one blog site that offers 30 topics for writers, so that's kind of a stepping off point for people. We've had very popular articles by people that just talk about their own personal experiences and what WAG has meant to them.
Bacopa is our literary review, so it's an annual journal, one edition each year. We usually publish fiction, creative nonfiction, and poetry as our core. We receive submissions from all over the Anglophone world, so English-speaking and writing countries in South Asia, in Africa. Submissions are free, there's no cost, and we read blind, which means you need to submit your work with no identifying information on the actual poem or story that you're sending us. And it's always really fascinating when we get to the point where we've made our choices, we know what we're going to publish in each category, and so then we go and find out who these people are, because we have to send them an email saying, hey, congratulations, your piece will be published. And then the fact that you can share that with others and that they're going to be sharing it and promoting it and getting your name out there.
We've been very involved with our local organization, the Civic Media Center. Also have been involved with the University of Florida, Harn Museum of Art. Our Gainesville Poet Laureate, Stanley Richardson, started Art Speaks, and we've been able to help them with Art Speaks. And we even did Canes on the Mic. One of our local school teachers had her students actually doing their first presentations of poetry in their lives.
Our website is writersalliance.org. We have the blog, monthly meetings published, contact information for services. So if you're looking for somebody to do, say, editing or book jacket design or something, we have that. We have a marketing coalition that we're hoping to get back up to meet live so we can talk about how to market your book. We have a speakers bureau where if you're looking for a presenter for any kind of an activity, that we have people who can do speaking engagements. We've done collaborative efforts with Gainesville Fine Arts Association, so we are very open to any options, really.
I encourage people to get involved. You will be inspired by all the people that you meet.